Remember, I said obese as well. Person could very well suffer from metabolic syndrome. And as it turns out, I was into the literature yesterday on this. You can have an individual with arthritic knees be obese and never be diagnosed with metabolic syndrome. It's osteoarthritis, from that point of view, is considered a metabolic issue problem. And that, to some, that sounds so far fetched and out of the range of reason. But if you went and did some tests on the client or the patient, you might find you do a lipid panel, you do other tests, you would find that they qualify not only in terms of being diagnosed with obesity, not only with osteoarthritis, but with metabolic syndrome. And they're all correlated with one another. So, my point here is that sometimes we get distracted by the obvious. Say, oh, well, the problem with this guy is that his knees are bad. Well, yes, that's true. He has osteoarthritic knees, no question. But there may be more going on here that is contributing and making his condition worse, and he's at peril in ways, or she, that completely unaware of. I know that that sounds complicated because it is complicated. And sometimes, as I said, we get distracted by the obvious. And in fact, what I just described to you is an actual case of a patient. And the patient presented with arthritic knees. Talk more about it. And come back. We'll get into this and we'll take your calls. And you are listening and you are watching Let's Talk Nutrition. We're coast to coast and we are global. We'll take you out with some music. Be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's me, your immune system. I'm always hard at work defending you against the many disease-causing viruses and bacteria that you are exposed to every day. But sometimes I need help to defeat the bad bugs. Luckily, our friends at Kyolic have come to the rescue. Kyolic has two super immune-enhancing supplements, Kyolic Immune Formula 103 and Kyo Green Harvest Blend Immune Defense. Kyo Green Harvest Blend is a power-packed blend of organic and naturally sourced grasses, ancient grains, fruits, veggies, herbal extracts, and spirulina in a fast-dissolving drink mix for a quick and easy way to support immunity. Kyolic Immune Formula 103 combines immune-boosting nutrients with aged garlic extract. Aged garlic extract has been clinically shown to support a healthy immune response and reduce both the duration and severity of cold and flu symptoms. Help me protect you with Kyolic supplements and nutritional drink mixes to fortify your immune health today. Available at fine natural health retailers.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Celsius, Live Fit. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today. The other day, I started talking about osteoporosis, right? And then I got some emails, and people were saying, "What about osteoarthritis?" And so I'll get back to osteoporosis. Apparently, osteoarthritis is a big issue. Bone health is a critical issue for people in the medical field, in the world of health and wellness and all of that business. They call it musculoskeletal, muscle and skeletal, a musculoskeletal problem. And when you get into the arena of bone health, which involves osteopenia, osteoporosis, then osteoarthritis, it can be pretty complicated. And then you can have somebody that has osteoporosis and osteoarthritis. Now, you talk about a challenge and a problem and a person needing a lot of help. It can be a nightmare. So maybe if we talk a little bit about some of the basics, I can maybe try to deal with kill two birds with one stone. Generally talk about bones, then you have joints, and then maybe I can sort of blend together these two themes: osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, and so on. And I invite you to join the call and the show and to call anytime you want. 877-897-8255. So your bones. Some of this is going to be very basic, but be patient. So the bones are what enables us to move, right? They support and protect the body, and they contain bone marrow. The skeletal system contains bone marrow, which stores. The bone marrow is important because it stores large amounts of calcium and phosphorus. Those two minerals are critical to bone health, critical, and they have to be in balance. So your bones are made up of type 1 collagen, and the collagen is like the scaffolding inside the bone. And then you have calcium and phosphorus crystals, and they add strength to the bone. So that's why calcium and phosphorus are so important when it comes to bone health. And then the bones are responsible. Bone cells. You have bone cells, osteoclasts and osteoblasts, that are responsible for what's called bone remodeling. That means the breakdown of old bone and injured and damaged bone and being replaced with new bone. All right? So you got that going on. And this is one of the things that, you can't expect everybody to know these kinds of things, and that's why we do the show. And And understanding just those basic things can help us understand, okay, if I start to have issues with my bones, what indeed is going wrong? Because the bones are held together with the joints. And so then if you have bone issues like osteoporosis, and then you have joint issues, which is going to implicate osteoarthritis, now you have a terrible mess on your hands. So throughout your life, bones will grow throughout your childhood, adolescence, and even into adulthood. By the time you're around 34 or so, you start there's an inevitable loss of bone mass. And with women, and this is where menopause comes into play, with women, bone mass can get the loss of it can get accelerated. All right. So again, keep in mind remodeling, breakdown of old bone, wanting to replace it with new bone. So you might think, all right, are there certain nutrients that I should keep in my mind? Are there certain things I need to eat? Are there certain supplements I need to take to keep my bones healthy? And the answer to that is yes, 100%. Yes. And the mistake that people often make is they will sometimes buy supplements that do more harm than good. This is especially true with calcium supplements, right? So I'll try to steer you just to give you an idea. Uh, and I, in the calcium, you have calcium, phosphorus, which are critical because they form those crystals, remember? And then you have vitamin D. So you can keep those three things in mind: calcium, phosphorus, vitamin D. But there are other nutrients that are support bone health. I'll go down the list: vitamin A, vitamin C, B6, B9, B12, vitamin K, calcium, as I said, vitamin D. Fluoride is important for bone health. Magnesium, potassium, and then there's protein. It doesn't get enough mention. Protein becomes very important with your bone health. And as we go along, and I will tell you that there are certain foods that you should eat, and then there are certain foods you need to avoid, especially if you've been diagnosed with osteoporosis or with osteoarthritis. And yeah, physical movement then also becomes important. I'll continue with this. There's a lot here that I'm processing with you, and it's hard to remember everything. So I'm just laying some foundation and some basics, and we'll build on that. You are listening, and you are watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Bones and joints. Bones and joints. We'll be back.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. So each day I'll try to build on this tutorial. The takeaway for today is, in terms of bone health, think about the nutrients to remember for sure. Vitamin K, vitamin D, potassium, and calcium. Those four. These, keep those in mind, and we'll build on that. There are other nutrients that are important. But vitamin D, vitamin K, for fat soluble vitamins, by the way. And then in terms of minerals, calcium and phosphorus. Those four, keep that in mind, and for our bone health. And they'll come into play with joint health as well, as you'll see. In the meantime, and we'll continue that conversation. In the meantime, Ziggy Bristowski is here from Yerba Prima. Ziggy, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on. Are you out on the road or are you in a bunker somewhere?
I'm actually in a bunker. I had to get a COVID test the other day, so I have to self-quarantine for a couple of days until I get my results back.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just they're starting to flare up here again in New York, much like Florida, and had
Huh.
some close friends that to be safe did a precautionary test, and just waiting it out that way to make sure everyone at my office is safe, not in danger, and yeah. So this is the world we live in now, I guess.
How many days is the turnaround time on the test?
2 to 3 days.
Mhm. I know people that are waiting 5 days, 10 days, 12 days.
Yeah, I think it depends on where you get it done. I mean, here at our local hospitals, they can have the results in 20 minutes. But where I went, where they do the nose swabs, 2 to 3 days, based on how far out they are with testing. So, it is what it is.
What prompted you to get tested?
All from the CDC. When you're in contact with anybody now, I don't know if your listeners are aware, they have to disclose the places they were, the people they were around, and the CDC does a good job of trying to get ahead of it, let people know. So once I got the call, I knew one of my friends had gotten it. Um, I was expecting it, was planning on getting tested anyways, but they called within 6 hours after the guy tested positive. So you know, kudos to the CDC for trying to stay on top of it.
Yeah, that's called contact tracing. So one of your friends was infected, and then they interviewed him, and you got mentioned as a contact. Is that it?
Yeah, that's exactly the way it goes. That's how they try to flatten these curves to get ahead of it, let people know, and then quarantine people. So even though I don't have any symptoms and I feel fine, it's better to be safe than sorry, especially when you're working in an office full of other people. So yeah, it is what it is.
Well, yeah, the CDC is trying, but we are woefully. We should we should be testing millions of people every day, and the contact tracing, and we're not. And that's why you see in places like Florida, things are totally out of control here. Zig, it Florida is becoming an epicenter. Miami-Dade area, oh my God, what's going on there? So, again, testing and contact tracing and people doing all the things to protect themselves, all those things make a difference. And we never, we never did catch on. And for some reason, I don't, there are a lot of reasons. Uh, we just have not embraced the whole notion of testing and contact tracing. And now you're the first person we've had on air to have gone through this, where you were in contact with somebody who was infected, and then you got contacted by the government, by the CDC, and you're now in quarantine, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's they don't want you. They want you in quarantine if you have symptoms. They've got me more of a social distancing, so I'm quarantining myself in my office, obviously, because I'd be in close contact. But they just want you to limit your contact as much as possible until you get the test back. If I had symptoms, it would be a different story. They want you to quarantine until you get
I see.
your test results back. So I think peace of mind, make sure others are safe is better. For me to stay home for a couple of days. I mean, what's 2 days until I hear
Have,
the test results back? I
I'm
think the
just
one good thing
curious
about New
when you
York is
since we've had nobody really talk about this who's gone through this. When you got the phone call, how did that phone call go? What did they say to you initially? What was said? I'm just curious.
well, they called, they identified themselves, they asked for me by my name, and just flat out told me, just like you said. They said, someone you were in contact with. They didn't give their name.
Hmm.
Tested positive for COVID-19, and that they recommended I get tested as soon as possible. And based on that, I made an appointment. Then the doctors give you instructions from there. They give you a little COVID pamphlet paperwork that you take home, and that's the way it goes. And then you get a call if you test positive. You don't get a call, you don't test, but they give you a website where you can go to just so you can see the negative results. So it's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm. Did it make you nervous?
I was not really, 'cause I don't have any symptoms, but I think, what you guys are going through in Florida right now, we were through it 3 months ago. So I think we've got a little bit more head start as far as testing goes, as far as, being ahead of everything because we were hit so hard in the beginning. And while it's coming back up here now and more cases are starting to pop up, I think there's a little bit more, I think definitely a lot more awareness. I'm not saying that Florida wasn't aware, but, I
No.
think now that you guys are
It,
getting hit so hard, definitely people are opening their
yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. Well, we would like to think that. Let me tell you how concerned some people are. We got back to school coming, and you have teachers, and the teachers are getting prepared to go back to school. Do you know that some teachers now are filling out their wills?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've seen similar things here. I know it's hard to believe. People saw it on the news, but downstate was hit so hard that they had to bring in meat trucks because they had nowhere places left in the morgue to put the bodies. So, we take it very serious up here. I've got family. My mother lives down in Florida. Um, yeah, it's serious. And, I implore all your listeners that, they really just they need to do everything they can to stay safe right now.
Thank you for saying that. I'm glad you said that. I've been saying it too. And I want to thank you for sharing this with the audience. Um, this is real, and you're the first person on air that we've had to share this kind of experience. Yeah. We'll come back. We'll talk some more, and we'll talk with Ziggy. He's got some things on his mind. We'll see what's going on with Yerba Prima. We'll get into your digestive health today and try to get you right with that. LTN, coast to coast and globally.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Everybody knows that it's easier said than done to take charge of your health. Now taking charge of your health has been made a little easier with Ancient Nutrition. Ancient Nutrition's whole food nutritional products provide ancient nutrients in a modern, convenient form to power the body and mind while restoring health, strength, and vitality comparable to that of our ancient ancestors. Among their healthy nutrition supplements, Ancient Nutrition offers a line of bone broth protein powders formulated for high performance. Bone broth is a breakthrough in protein supplementation. It delivers the benefits of homemade bone broth in a convenient, easy-to-mix form. Try all 8 delicious flavors: dark chocolate, banana cream, cinnamon apple, salted caramel, pumpkin spice, s'mores, coffee, and French vanilla. Ancient Nutrition products are sold in fine health stores across the country. Visit ancientnutrition.com to learn more about ancient nutrition for a modern world. That's ancientnutrition.com.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new. agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Ziggy Bristowski is our guest today, a good friend and colleague. Known him for a good while now. And Zig, welcome back to the show. You know who I thought about the other day? I thought about Jeff Van Heck. He crossed my mind. Out of nowhere, he came to mind. Do you ever think about him?
Almost every day.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. When you work so closely with somebody for so long, you're such good friends with them. When somebody suddenly leaves, especially somebody that's your mentor and you always need advice from, it's tough not to think about him every day.
How old was he when he died?
He was young. I mean, I want to say 52, maybe 53.
Was he that old? I thought he was a little younger than that. Maybe he was 50 in
Nah.
his 50s. Or
Well, he sure acted a lot younger, but he was.
oh, oh, he did. Yeah, I thought of him the other day. I said, Jeff, what are you doing, man? Jeff Van Heck. Yeah, at the end of the day, we're all in it together, Dig. And again, I want to thank you for sharing what you're going through at this moment. You got notified by the CDC. You got, came in contact with somebody who's infected, and they contacted you. We had nobody ever has yet. You're the first person to give a firsthand account of that on the air here on this show. So I was just wondering what that was like. Here you thought they were coming to arrest you, right?
Well, I hope not over the phone, but yeah, it's certainly a lot
Yeah,
easier to
when
talk
they
to the
arrest you, they
CDC.
usually don't call, right?
It's funny.
Oh my goodness. Well, I wish you the best. I hope it all works out. My daughter got tested. Uh, she got it in the test results back in 2 hours.
Yeah,
Amazing.
she go to
And
the
she
hospital.
no, she went to a drugstore.
Well, I
I
think
mean,
that's the one
I'm
thing
not
is obviously a
I'm
lot
not
more
kidding.
equipped than they were. Well, they're a lot more equipped than they were 3 months ago.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
she's in Boston. She's in the Boston area. Now. She lives in Boston. Any breaking
Yeah,
news
well,
from
I mean,
First Herb, Yerba Prima?
no, I think that's sort of a good segue into what we were just talking about into that. I mean, we've seen a lot of lists and we've got a lot of questions about our products because immune support being wiped out right now. People are doing the research, Googling, and they're seeing immune support can really start with gut health, the
Uh-huh.
detox. So, our products are really serving a great purpose right now to help people boost their immune system.
150%. We did I for several days, a couple of weeks, I was zeroed in on the digestive system and the immune system, talking about how, the interconnection. And if you want to do well during this pandemic, take care of your gut, your digestive system. Um, you know, 60, 70. Some people even say as much as 80% of your immune system is in your gastro and your git, your gastrointestinal tract. Um, so somebody did ask me and mention the your detox, the Great Plains. Somebody had wasn't an email; it was in fact in person. Somebody here in my neighborhood who caught the show, um, and they were asking. They wanted to know more about the Great Plains bentonite from Yerba Prima.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the Great Plains bentonite, we've talked about it a bunch of times on your show. It's just a great everyday detox, derived from volcanic clay, and over millions of years in the earth, this clay is formed, harvested, cleaned. Um, we have a formulation where it's some of the best bentonite clay you can buy out there, and it's just a mixture with really good water. This clay that's mixed with water acts like a really strong magnet. When you're taking it and you ingest it, it sweeps through your system without getting absorbed. Just absorbs the heavy metal toxins right out and eliminates. So, I think that's really good. If you look at your skin, people talk about what can I do to get rid of acne, or maybe they have some odor. Your skin's your biggest channel of elimination. So these toxins are always fighting a way to get out of your system. A lot of times, people just think they pass them through using the bathroom, but they're coming through
Mhm.
the skin. They're getting out any way they can. So this is a really good, easy, quick way you can eliminate some of those toxins that we put in our body every single day.
Yeah, and toxins. We create toxins endogenously within our own body, and then there is an exogenous source outside the body, environmental, and we're exposed to so many different elements from the air, the water, the soil, the food that we eat. But we also create toxins as well through metabolic processes. This happens, natural consequence, biology, man. So the Great Plains bentonite, I have some in my refrigerator. Do I do the right thing in keeping it in a refrigerator?
Yeah, after you open it, you should refrigerate it. You just shake well before you take it and break it. I mean, it's the one product I've been here for 20 years that I've used almost every single day for 20 years.
All right. You keep talking. I'm going to walk 10 steps and go grab it. Keep talking. Tell the audience about why you use it every day for 20 years. Go ahead, tell them.
Well, I don't want to tell your audience my bad habits that I'm into, but I mean, listen, Doc said it best when he talked about, I think people are quick to say, well, I don't really put toxins in my system, but in this year of 2020, from the air we breathe, to the water we drank, the food we eat, just like Doc said, there's toxins everywhere. So why not help your body out? And for $10 a month, to rid yourself of some of these heavy metal toxins, I really think it's a no-brainer for a lot of people. And bentonite, now so more than ever, we've seen our sales increase 100%. This is on one of our top-selling items during this Corona era because a lot of people are looking to do a fast detox. It doesn't take a lot of
Right. We lost them there. I'm holding it up. If you're watching the show, this is a bottle of Great Plains bentonite. I shake it up, and I just take it right out of the bottle, but I keep it in the refrigerator. And we're done. There you go. We come back, we're going to talk about the connection between your digestive system, your immune system. This is the way to combat this virus. LTN, Coast to Coast and globally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
The preceding was a commercial program.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in. We're coast to coast and we are global. And we're coast to coast because we are connected to so many wonderful affiliates across the country. And our syndicator, who's a good friend and colleague, Joe Spera, has worked hard over these years to grow that network, and he's always on the job. In fact, we probably have him on the phone right now. Imagine that.
We
Joe?
do. Yeah, we do. Doc, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, my man?
Good. I don't want to take Katie's job, but I'm pretty excited about this. I wanted to let you know and the listeners know that we've got a new affiliate, KQAM. That's in Wichita, Kansas. It's 1480 on the AM dial and 102.5 FM. We want to really send out a big thank you to Andy Hauser for making it happen in Wichita, and Greg Steckline. Steckline Communications calls KQAM Wichita's big talker, so we're real happy to be on the station there and really appreciative of all of our affiliates across the country, Doc. I think with the current pandemic situation, a lot more stations are looking for ways to help their listeners. Having great guests on like we do today with Siggy from Yerba Prima is a compliment to the show and to you and to the producers for, bringing this kind of great information to stations and listeners across the country.
Yeah, well said. Explain to the audience how this network of affiliates, how this all gets interconnected, and just sketch that just a little bit.
I will. Well, it's technology at its finest because, as everyone probably knows, you originate the show in Tampa, Florida at WHNZ. That program is produced and sent to New York City, and then via satellite it's sent to a signal up in the air where most stations are able to receive that signal from a specific receiver, and then they air the program in their local market. Now, that said, we're on the air live Monday through Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern, but that doesn't prevent the different stations from picking up the program and airing it as they see fit. So in this case, KQAM in Wichita will broadcast the program on Sunday afternoons from 4 to 6 p.m., their local time. Everything is done in split seconds, Doc. And I know we had a little challenge getting on the air today, as many different stations have when you're dealing with live radio. But we're pretty consistent. We've got good people, in studio like Reggie and Katie, making sure things go properly. So stations are always looking for a solid show like Let's Talk Nutrition, and we're flexible because they can utilize the program in any slot that they see fit for their listeners. So everything is technology at its finest, and worst, but mostly at its finest.
Well, it's kind of ironic that, during this very difficult, challenging time in the country, radio can serve as a way to educate people, to inform them and to educate them about what's going on, what to do, how to do it, when to do it. So shows such as Let's Talk Nutrition and other shows, I, in my opinion, the more health talk shows, the better. I like the
Right.
competition. We're up for it. Uh,
And
our
it's
goal
great.
is to help people.
It's great
Uh,
working, Doc, with companies like Yerba Prima who understand that they need to get the message out about, their company and what they do. Ziggy has been a great sponsor of the show, and his information is invaluable. So, we continue to strive to get that kind of content on the air, things that will benefit our listeners on a regular basis.
so I appreciate everything that you do, Joseph. You're a good colleague and a good friend, and you're always looking out for the show and what's best for the show. And I appreciate it. I'm very grateful, and I know the affiliates are grateful too. You're so conscientious and devoted to doing this job. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks very much, and I look forward to hearing the rest of the show this morning.
All right, you bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
That was Joe. Bye. That's Joe Sparrow. He's our syndicator. Known him for years now, and started with one. That was Tampa, and then we went from there, and we're in scores and scores of cities and stations across the country. Ziggy, welcome back to the show. So you're going to be people are going to hear about Yerba Prima in Wichita, Kansas, brother.
I know. I just heard that, man. I felt like we were getting some nice plugs there. I like
Yeah, absolutely. We're in over 65 stations. It reaches maybe 400 or more cities when you look at it, because many of these stations hit more than one area. Some stations hit several states all at once because they're right located. So it's hundreds of cities, scores and scores of affiliates. It's all good. It's good for the sponsors. It's good for the audience. And at the end of the day, we're here to educate. So, um, the immune system and the gut, they are so intimately connected. Your digestive health is sideways. I can almost guarantee you that your immune system is upside down. Okay, one's sideways and one's upside down. That may work okay in space where there's no gravity, but here on Earth, we need to be upside right. So we want to try to keep these things in balance. One way to do that is to make sure that you're getting the necessary nutrients for the immune system. And fiber, believe it or not, is one of the things that needs to be on the menu. Prebiotics and you have prebiotics, and then you have fiber, you have probiotics, and they all come together to create this instrumentation of health. So some fiber products, we can get into that, and I'll leave it to you, Zig, what you want to put a spotlight on today. You know your products, you know what the audience likes, and you know what the consumer likes. I have things I could ask, but I'm going to leave that. I'll let you make that decision. How about that?
Sounds good.
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought it was a segment right into break. I mean, listen, we talked about it last time I was on the show. We talked about how it all starts with gut health. Fiber especially soluble fiber, is key when it comes to boosting your immune system. One good thing about all our products are more soluble than insoluble fiber. So it doesn't really matter what fiber products you take. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we have a caller in Bradenton. John, let me bring him on, because we'll probably have to carry him over. John, welcome to the show. I didn't want to leave you hanging out there too long.
Good morning, Dr. Garko. I just want to, I remember 4 to 5 years ago when you were really sick, we said prayers for you, and you had an extreme impact on my life. Just a couple of quick things. Many of the books you suggested, the China study, and books of that nature, Esselstyn's book and everything I've read, and I'm on a whole food plant-based diet. I'm about your age, and I've never felt better. And I just wanted to, I enjoy the Silver Biotic products, and I also like the CBD oil, Gold Label, and it works well for me. On May 12th,
hold your thought, John. We're gonna go to some messages. We come back, we'll talk some more, and I'm gonna see if I can persuade you to think about Yerba Prima, because they got to be on the menu for sure. We'll be back.
Is getting a good night's sleep a challenge? Fortunately, there's a superior fast-acting sleep formula called Tranquil Sleep from Natural Factors. This non-habit-forming supplement contains a unique combination of melatonin, 5-HTP, and L-theanine, which works in harmony with your body's natural sleep hormones. Tranquil Sleep can help you fall asleep, stay asleep, sleep sounder, and wake up refreshed, all without feeling drowsy in the morning. The key benefit comes from increasing the time spent in the deeper stages of sleep. It's only in these deeper levels of sleep that we truly experience the rejuvenation, regeneration, and recuperation that sleep provides. Even if you think you get a good night's sleep, give Tranquil Sleep a try. You might be surprised with how much better you've slept by waking up with more energy and enthusiasm to start your day. Learn more at naturalfactors.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Celsius, live fit. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Ziggy Gristowski is our guest today from Yerba Prima. In Espanol means first herb, and they are. They've been a digestive care provider, if you will, in the natural products industry for decades. And Ziggy's been with them for a good while. And of course, I referenced our friend and colleague who passed away, Jeff Van Heck. He used to be on the show. He was a young man. He died, and so you get connected to people, and these they're not just colleagues. It's like almost like family. That's what happens. But John's on the phone, and Ziggy's on there too, and John's in Bradenton. John, go ahead and continue with your thoughts, please.
First thing I want to say is I really enjoyed talking to Reggie. He's doing a great job, and I miss Katie. I hope she's okay. I'm in Florida, so I want to talk about a testing experience my wife and I had. On May 12th, we went to a drive-up nose swab deal. Very professionally done, well organized. Everybody was in the proper personal protective equipment. 10 days later, I get a call that I am tested positive for coronavirus.
Oh, my.
So we immediately quarantine. We have a 12,000 square foot condo. I did my walking an hour and 10 minutes a day in the condo. And we obey the rules. We do what we're told. Then my wife finds out that she tested negative. We sleep in the same bed. Okay, so fast forward. After the 14 days, we went to a private lab and had the antibody test. This was suggested by my internist. And the internist said there's no way that I could have it. I'm 72 years old. Okay, so we had the antibody test, and we both came back no antibody. So out there in the 5 million cases of coronavirus in Florida, they never subtracted the one when I tested positive. And I'm just saying that people need to be aware that, and I used to do lab work, and mistakes are made. People go to the bathroom and they come back, forget where they done it. So it's not a perfect world when it comes to testing. And I just worry about the news media, and I know there's a lot of politics involved. Now, I'm done. If you want to tell me why I need to buy the Yerba Prima, I will patiently listen.
Well, here's what I think. First of all, thank you for sharing that story. And this goes on and on. People having these kinds of experiences, and it makes people concerned, and they need to be concerned. This, given your age, and so on, you're in that population of people that are high risk, as I am, high risk. And so we have a lot to be concerned about. Here you are trying to do the right things, and I know you try to take care of yourself and so on. I can share with you without any equivocation, John, when I say that the foundation, and I'm saying this not only from my background and training, but also from my own experience, the foundation of overall health is your digestive health. It truly, truly is. When you think about your digestive system, it is your contact with the outside world, right? And if you can't digest your food, and if the food can't get absorbed through the small intestine, you're pretty much in a lot of trouble. And there are more digestive diseases and disorders than I have since. Irritable bowel syndrome, celiac disease. It goes on and on. It's endless. And people suffer. And one of the things that happens with the digestive system, yes, it can be repaired. Yes, you can restore it, but it takes a considerable amount of effort. So the best way is the best thing to do is to practice prevention. And taking Yerba Prima products, for example, their fiber products. Ziggy will review some of these today. And I'm just sharing with you because I know that you care about your health. Take care of your digestive system and all that you need to do. Fiber, prebiotics, probiotics, making sure you have enough hydrochloric acid and so on. All of those things come together because most of your immune system is in your gut.
And would you give me the Yerba Prima website, or say it again when I hang up? Then I'm going to put it in my
Sure. We'll have
my
I'll have
favorites and up.
yes. Yeah, we'll have Ziggy give you all the information. I want to thank you for your support of this show and sharing your personal experience, you and your wife. I know that that's personal, and you shared it on air with us and with the audience, thousands of people, and I'm sure they're grateful as well. Thank you so much. I wish you and your wife the best and stay safe. Thank you.
Love
So,
you,
Ziggy.
Doctor. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, you're
Have a
welcome.
great day.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. It's a pleasure and a privilege to talk to you. So, Ziggy, so you see, those are the kinds of people that listen to the show. You like that?
I love it. Love it. Love
Yeah.
to hear people that are educated, that are listening. I mean, listen, I think you're one of the best educators I've met in 20 years in this industry, Doc.
Oh, well, listen, I'm always reminded of the nuns, what they would write on my report card and on my papers. Room for improvement. So we're all good. How can John get to your website?
www.yerba, Y-E-R-B-A, Prima, Prima.com. And they can follow us on Facebook at Yerba Prima.
There you go. And Yerba Prima products are sold in fine health stores throughout the United States. Can they purchase products at Yerba Prima or no? Website?
Yeah, we do a lot of flash sales on certain products, especially during this COVID thing. So we're trying to do our best to help make our products even more affordable than they already are. So, you can find us in great stores like VDC, pretty much any health food store in the U.S., obviously online, and you can certainly come to our storefront and check us out.
All right, we come back. We'll have Ziggy give you some very specific products from Yerba Prima that will support your immune system and give you better health and a stronger immune system and staying safe during this COVID-19 epidemic. We'll be back.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Ziggy Brestowski is our guest today from Yerba Prima. First Herb, yerbaprima.com is where to go. Okay, Zig, what would be one of the foundational things that people could take, some of the foundational products from Yerba Prima to support the immune system? Folks like John, for example. What would be your recommendations?
Well, Yerba Prima is known for being one of the biggest psyllium companies that are out there. If people are familiar with Metamucil, it's the same approach. The difference with ours would be, we don't have sugar in our product. We're all natural. We source some of the best psylliums that are out there. So, when we're talking about how fiber can help boost your immune system. I think the key is soluble fiber. When we talk about soluble fiber, there's soluble and there's insoluble fiber. All our products have more soluble and insoluble fiber. And I talked about it last time we were on the show. The reason why this helps boost your immune system is when you're taking a lot of soluble fiber, this changes your immune cells from being pro-inflammatory warrior cells to anti-inflammatory peacekeeping cells. And that's what helps boost your immune system. So, not to get off talking about that, but that's how it relates to, having more soluble fiber than insoluble fiber. So, as far as our product goes, we've got 5 different options for you. We offer a psyllium product that comes in 4 different forms. It comes in whole husk, comes in powder, it comes in caps, it comes in veg caps. And we also have another one that's an organic psyllium. So, if you're looking for a good soluble fiber, psyllium's going to be a way to go. Some people say, hey, listen, I'm not a fan of psyllium. I'm looking for just maybe a good fiber blend. Our other 4 products are all great fiber blends. We've got 5 really good fiber types in it. And the 4 products are daily fiber, comes in caps and powder, along with orange flavor. We've got Fiber Plus, comes in powder and caps. Fiber Plus got a product in it called Senna. So if you're backed up, this is a natural inflammatory that'll get things moving. As soon as you get the desired results, you can switch over to one of our other products. The third would be our prebiotics. So Doc, you talked about it earlier. Probiotics, prebiotics are really big right now. That balance of good and bad bacteria, they're constantly at battle. So, with a prebiotic fiber formula, that's food for the probiotics, helping feed and multiply that good bacteria. Great product, comes in caps and powder. And then the last one we have is soluble fiber. It's a really high concentrated soluble fiber. It's about 3 to 1 soluble to insoluble fiber. So, that's fantastic. If you're just looking for soluble fiber, it comes in powder and caps. All our products you can find on the shelf for under $15. You look hard some places, you'll get them for $10 a piece. I think while we've always prided ourselves on having the best quality products out there, and maybe we're not the cheapest, we are extremely affordable. We make it extremely easy for the customers to find our product, to buy it at a price that's not going to break the bank, as opposed to some of these other things out there you're buying. So, I would say check us out, give us a shot. If the products get in your hands, our products take care of the rest. I don't need to sell you on the products. The products do that themselves.
There you go. Let's go to Tampa, Florida. Dell lives in Tampa, Florida. Dell, welcome to the show. You wanted to talk to Ziggy.
Yes, please. Just as I mentioned, I use daily fiber caps, and they are helpful. But on a different question pertaining to bentonite, has what effect on mercury in mercury tooth fillings? Does it draw the mercury out, or what? How's that affect that? Oh,
Yeah, that's to you, Ziggy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, something like mercury. So when I talked about bentonite earlier, bentonite does not get absorbed into your system. Bentonite acts like a magnet. Stuff like mercury, other toxins, especially heavy metal toxins, get drawn right into that clay you're. And that'll just eliminate it right through your system. So, it's a really good way to get do just a quick detox fix to draw some of these toxins out of your system. It's not going to absorb with any other nutrients you're eating either.
Yeah, I think I missed something there. Can you repeat that, please?
Sure.
The mercury is not drawn out of the fillings through the detox system. Is that correct?
No. So the bentonite doesn't get absorbed into your system. Bentonite acts like a magnet. So think of a magnet sticking over anything that's got any kind of trace elements of any kind of metals or anything in it. That magnet's going to draw it in. So it's the same thing with bentonite. When you take that, it's going to draw all these heavy metal toxins. Not all of them, but it's going to draw most. 1 tablespoon does almost a football field's worth of toxins. So yeah, mercury, any kind of toxins. The one good thing about that is it doesn't get absorbed in your system, just passes it, eliminates it out. It's not going to interfere with any of the nutrients or anything else you.
What's
so
interesting.
That's in the fillings remains there, or
I'm not.
I'm missing something.
Del, what I sense is that I'm not so sure that the bentonite is going to be able to the mercury is used in dental amalgam fillings. Um, unless that mercury is in the system itself, not contained within that amalgam, I don't know if it's going to get to it or not. I'm not sure about that. I just don't know, would be my answer. I'd have to look into that. But I want to share something with you.
Yeah.
According to the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, the mercury that's used in amalgam fillings is not at a level high enough to cause harm in patients. That's their position. Now, with all due respect to the FDA, I am not so sure about that. I'm being rhetorically sensitive here. In my training, every single professor I have had, and I've had good ones, has talked about amalgam fillings, almost every one of them, and they're not fans. They talk about the potential for mercury toxicity with amalgam fillings and how the mercury can get into the system, and it's deleterious, it's toxic, can create problems. I had a friend of mine, Del, who had all of the mercury fillings, all the amalgam fillings removed. Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
Are you concerned?
Well, a little bit. I get toothaches and stuff like that, and there's some amalgam filling there. And so I just thought I would check to see, because I've been taking the bentonite. And another thing along that line is why would a body emit a metallic odor? Is that anything that the detox system could take care of?
If the body's emitting a metallic odor, that means you need to be detoxed. There's something going on. We come back, we'll talk some more.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Everybody knows that it's easier said than done to take charge of your health. Now taking charge of your health has been made a little easier with Ancient Nutrition. Ancient Nutrition's whole food nutritional products provide ancient nutrients in a modern, convenient form to power the body and mind while restoring health, strength, and vitality comparable to that of our ancient ancestors. Among their healthy nutrition supplements, Ancient Nutrition offers a line of bone broth protein powders formulated for high performance. Bone broth is a breakthrough in protein supplementation. It delivers the benefits of homemade bone broth in a convenient, easy-to-mix form. Try all 8 delicious flavors: dark chocolate, banana cream, cinnamon apple, salted caramel, pumpkin spice, s'mores, coffee, and French vanilla. Ancient Nutrition products are sold in fine health stores across the country. Visit ancientnutrition.com to learn more about ancient nutrition for a modern world. That's ancientnutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Here's the health question of the day. I gave the answer several times already. So, Ziggy works for a company called Yerba Prima. That's in Spanish, right? Yerba Prima is Spanish. Here's the question. What does Yerba Prima mean? Does it mean the only herb, the first herb, or your herb? What does Yerba Prima mean in Spanish? The only herb, the first herb, or your herb? Here's the number to call, 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Yerba Prima. What does it mean? The only herb, first herb, or your herb? Dig, welcome back.
Yeah, Doc, sorry, I didn't understand your caller's last call. I missed the part about filling. So, with bentonite getting adjusted, that's not going to affect your fillings at all. So go ahead. We've had that question multiple times. I just didn't really understand what he was saying. Obviously, if you sat there and let it sit right on your teeth, then maybe it would be an issue, but it's not going to draw anything out from your gut, from your fillings of your teeth.
Yeah, that always raises interesting questions because odors can sometimes just not necessarily reflect a health issue. Sometimes they can, so you got to be careful. I should be careful how I say that. Yeah. Maybe I should do a show on
Yeah,
that one of the days.
that's a good question. I mean, we talked about that with the skin. A lot of this, obviously, people can have odor issues, but a lot of this can start with your gut health. I mean, if you eat a lot of processed foods, a lot of cheese, those toxins are trying to escape one way out of your system or another. And if your digestive system doesn't function properly, it'll come through your skin, it'll come through your glands, your sweat, and you'll smell it. So, it's not going to fix everything and every odor problem, but it certainly will. But we do have a great product called Odor Cleanse that helps fix that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Next show, we'll talk about it. Odor Cleanse, fantastic. Look it up, fellas. Great product. If you're having any kind of issues, you eat a lot of cheese, you feel like you're smelling a little bit, go check that product out. It's fabulous. Made from a
All
mushroom
right.
from Japan called the Garrigus bisporus.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna take this call. I'm gonna come back to that in a second. We're gonna go to a place in
Sure.
Florida called Kenneth City. I used to drive by there all the time, and there's a chap that lives there who hasn't called the show in a long time. I often wondered what happened to him, and his name is Daniel. Daniel, welcome back to Let's
Charlie.
Talk Nutrition.
Thanks, Doc. Glad to be here.
Where have you been, buddy?
Oh, just, you got a lot of people answering the questions, and I didn't get first in line.
Are you still flying helicopters?
Yes, sir, I sure am. And the other thing, too, I wanted to add is I just donated my 93rd gallon of blood last week.
Oh, my. Yeah, you've been doing that for years now. Daniel's a helicopter pilot, and you spray crops and things like that, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's dangerous. By the way, have you ever been concerned about those toxic sprays that you use?
I am concerned, but I made sure that the operator I'm working for used very benign ingredients. Otherwise, I'd have never stayed here 18 years.
I see. All right. So, what in Spanish, what does yerba prima mean? Does it mean the only herb, first herb, or your herb?
First herb.
Yeah, first herb. And I should say, Daniel, you do a little bit of magic tricks too. You're a little bit of a magician, right?
More of a sideshow performer.
Oh yes, I've seen. Yeah, Daniel's a talented fellow. My goodness, it's nice to hear your voice. It's been a long time since you've called the show, and I really thank you for doing that. I'm glad that you're doing well and you're staying safe, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, and I can attribute a lot of that to you from what I've learned on the show over the years, Doc.
Ah, you're too kind. I think I learned more from the audience than they learned from me. Daniel, it's a pleasure to hear you. Honestly, it's a pleasure to hear your voice. It's so nice. You take care. Don't be
Thank you,
such
Doc.
a stranger. Just call to say hello anytime. You don't need a reason. Just call.
Will do.
All right. You take care of yourself. Thank you. Ziggy, that man has listened to this show for years and years. We have so many people like that in the audience. Just wonderful people. Go to work every day, do their job, and loyal listeners and viewers of the show. What's the name of the product that you had mentioned? Odor what? Dick.
I'm sorry, Odor Cleanse, Doc.
Odor Cleanse. I never knew you had that product. What's it intended to
it's one
do?
of those ones
Explain
that
again.
slid under the radar, but it's a great product. It's derived from a mushroom from Japan called Agaricus bisporus. It's been being used for years out there. We brought it over to the market here. It's not one of those products that people really seek out on the shelf. I don't think people like to say, "Hey, I smell. I'm looking for this product." I mean, some might be a little upfront, but it's one we see heavy traffic for it on our online store and with our online partners. So, it's definitely a product that you can find out there if you're having an issue. It's a fabulous product. It really is. Cheap, so you can get it for $14.
So, how would somebody know that when you say odor cleanse, is it body odor? I mean, what are we talking about here?
all odor. We're talking about bad breath. We're talking about body odor. We're talking about bathroom odor. We're talking about gas odor. It breaks down this gas in your gut and breaks down a lot of the stuff that causes odors, especially stuff that's difficult to digest, and helps just eliminate that right out of your body. So we did a lot of studies with it. We did a lot of focus groups on it. We even went as far to do people drinking. I'm not promoting anybody to drink and take this pill to alleviate alcohol from their breath, but anybody that's went out, maybe had too many drinks the night before, the next day they feel like you could almost smell the booze on them. It's almost non-existent the next day. Non-existent.
Unbelievable. Odor cleanse. The things we learned. Ziggy, thank you so much for being on. Yerba Prima, First Herb, yerbaprima.com. Take the products. They're good for your immune system. They're good for your health. Your health is your wealth. I'll see you tomorrow.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook